All right, and we are back. We've got Chitown Lowdown, picks against the spread. We're bringing the energy here. It's late at night. Tom's on Advil. He's fading fast, but we've got him for now. So we're going to try to run through these picks and bring you the most value for your time.
It'll be my best week yet.
Let's go.
Yep. Before we get
Can't be
started here,
worse.
I'll go over how we did last week. So I was bringing up the back, 5 for 16, 22 for 46 on the year. Tom was 6 for 16. He's 21 for 46. Wargo was 7 for 16, 20 for 46 on the year. And Luke, 8 for 16, 19 for 46 on the year.
All Hall of Famers if we're
Look,
playing.
you had that really bad week, and then
Week 2 was tough. Week
Yeah.
2 was tough, but that was last week. I'm gonna have like that.
yep.
So we're all below 50% at the
Hall of
moment,
Famers.
but that is all about to change because we have some great picks for you this week. Kicking us off,
Like
we
it.
have Dallas. We have Dallas traveling to East Rutherford, New Jersey to play the Giants, +6 currently.
Sheesh. That's a fun one. Oh, wait, are we doing Tom's Gems? What the heck is going on here?
Give me two. Give me two.
Shot out of a cannon.
Give him 2.
Give me two. I
All right,
told
Tom,
me
what's
too.
the line on this one?
you just said it.
You just
Yeah, good one, Jesse. You freaking bonehead. Tom, give me Buffalo at Baltimore, please.
Ooh, that's a good game at Baltimore. Baltimore need to win a game here
They
But-
do.
against
They
a
suck
Bills
ass.
team that's maybe the hottest in the NFL.
Buffalo
So
is throwing dimes.
I would say Buffalo -3. Like they're supposed to win by 3.
Got it. Okay. Luke.
I'm gonna go to the next game on the slate, which is Battle of the Scaries, and that is Tennessee at Miami.
All right, that's tough. Tennessee Titans might be up there with the worst team in football.
Right.
Miami obviously has some injuries. Offensively, they're not there, but I still
It's
think they're
Miami,
favored
though.
here.
The heat of Miami.
I feel like they're still favored by like 4.
Okay. Jesse,
Not your
you want
best
to throw
week,
one out
Tom.
real quick? Jesse, give him a third chance.
All right.
Shit, toss him a division. Toss him the
New England
Minnesota.
at San Francisco.
Ooh.
Obviously, San Francisco
Whew. That's a good one, Jesse. Shit.
-6. I want to say
All right, so
that's
let's
so
see.
bad. It's bad.
That Advil is
Yeah,
fucking
we cannot have you do these.
Blame the
often,
Advil,
bro.
man. My
So
brain has been burning.
Baltimore is actually favored at home -2.5.
Yep.
Miami is favored -1,
Which,
and
to
San
be fair, is
Francisco's favored
insane. The
minus
fact that
10
Baltimore's
and a half
favorite at
currently.
home.
10.5. Jesus.
That's also insane.
Okay.
All
Well,
right, so
Vegas has got a lot in store for me this week.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Tom that's off or if these lines are just crazy because I feel like Tom's picks were probably where I would set the lines at, and these lines are nuts. Like to find
I'm all about
difficult ones,
momentum
we looked
this
for like 2 seconds and we popped some very difficult lines to him. So
Everybody, if you want some good picks, momentum picks, go with me.
yeah, we're gonna be all
We'll
over
see.
this board.
all right, so going back to the Thursday night game, Dallas at the Giants +6. I am going to take Dallas here.
Wait,
The
Tom,
Giants
what's the line for this game?
+6.
I'm just kidding.
The Giants secondary's banged up. Both their starting cornerbacks are out. I think CD's going to have a day.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Dallas has owned the Giants in this divisional matchup,
Aaron Rodgers home.
and I think they're going to blow them out. So I'm going to take Dallas.
Yeah, I agree. Dallas, the boys, everybody is hating on Dallas right now, the media, and I think that's when they're at their best. In my opinion, they're going to win here. Divisional game, though.
No,
Are they going to cover though, Tom?
I think so.
I have a feeling we're going to be unanimous on this. I feel like Dallas is a little down on their luck recently. They're banged up. Media's beating up on them. And I agree with Tom. You know, similar to Matt Eberflus, that is when they're at their best, is when they're just in screw it mode. And they.
How about Danny Dimes, though?
What's that?
How about Danny?
Yeah.
I mean, the last
the
2 weeks really played some good ball.
He's
He's
got
playing
a
for his life
true
out there.
alpha in Malik Neighbors, who's looking really good, but
That guy.
You know what? Sorry,
Yeah.
Luke. Before you
I don't think
pick,
it'll be enough.
you know what I saw a stat. I'm trying to be fast and I'm talking. Trevor Lawrence
Ooh,
and Danny Dimes,
Luke's
same
boyfriend.
quarterback. I think that was a Colin.
Centaur
No.
man.
Yeah, if you look it up, they're the same person.
Oh, they're actually the same person. Okay.
Yeah, no, in stat wise, through I don't know if it was like a year, 2 years. I don't know. It was
How long before either of them hits their 7th year, Tom?
I don't know.
I'm just
You're
kidding.
still on their rookie contract. 4 years, right?
Luke, what do you think?
I'm gonna go Dallas too. I think they need a win. Obviously, 2 losses back to back. Tough one against Baltimore, and then obviously the blowout against New Orleans a couple weeks ago. Tough. This is 3rd game in a row on the road, but I think out of necessity, in terms of where they are currently, they will take advantage of an inferior team and handle the Giants.
Last week, just for notes here, we were unanimous on 4 games, and we were wrong on all 4.
That's crazy.
So take that into account.
That is crazy.
I'm just gonna before we move on here.
You're locking it in?
No, I want to. I'm right about the stats here.
They're exactly the same.
Completion 63.2 to 64. Daniel Jones has that. This is over 63 and 53 games. Pass yards. Daniel Jones has 13,000 plus some. Lawrence 12,300. Pass yards attempts or pass. What's YA? Pass attempts, right?
YA is not pass attempts.
Yards.
I don't know.
6.7 to 6.5. Pass TDs.
For YA.
60. Daniel Jones has 66. Interceptions. Daniel Jones has 42. Trevor Lawrence has 40. So I'm telling you right now, that's crazy.
Are you saying one's better than the other? Or you're saying they're just the same person?
They're basically the same quarterback, and Trevor Lawrence is, and they're both. I mean, they're
But
both.
I can't really.
Who would win in a foot race, though?
I don't know. Probably Daniel Jones, that freak.
Danny Dimes would.
As long as he doesn't
He's an
trip and
athlete.
fall.
Move
over his
on.
own feet.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry,
All
I
right.
went on the tangent there.
LA Rams at Chicago -3.
Got to go the Chai. I got to go Chicago. Home here. I picked them double down last week. They got to come back. We talked about it in our other video. Watch that one, but Chicago.
I am honestly very surprised by this line.
I think it opened at 1.
The fact that there must be more bad news in terms of injury-related stuff for the Rams, because for them to come out and pull off a win last week against San Francisco, who's now favored -10.5, biggest spread of the week against New England, for them to give us 3 points in this, it just feels odd. I think the Rams are a testament to what you can do with a fantastic head coach and a quarterback who are literally in sync on everything. If you have those 2 pieces, in particular an offensive-minded head coach who may or may not be calling plays as well, if you can have that sort of synchronization, it's amazing what you can do in one of the most competitive sports leagues in the world. That Rams roster right now is dog shit. Everybody's hurt. And as long as they've got Stafford throwing the ball to God knows who and McVay calling the plays, they're competitive. With that being said,
mostly play Arizona.
NFC West games are, you never know what's going to happen. Keep an eye on that just for future reference. But with that being said, Jesse and I will be at the game this weekend. Looking forward to it. There's zero chance in hell I'm going against the Bears at a game that I will be at. So Bears -3.
Yeah, we're going with the Bears too.
Jesse, yeah.
There are some insane gambling lines for this game. I was looking at the PFF best bets. Wow.
Are we talking props? Propskis?
Yeah, I like to sprinkle on the props. I have a bit of an addiction. We were actually realizing that you can track your lifetime stats within DraftKings.
That's so fun.
Deposited a very small amount. I have withdrawn a very small amount, and I have turned that small amount over thousands of times. That was the thing that stuck out to me the most, is like the bets that I've placed in the dollar amount was multiples higher than either number deposit or withdraw. So kind of proud of myself on that one. I'll pat myself on the back, but net loser, just like I am currently on these picks. I'm not going to the game. I've picked against the Bears before. This line does not make sense to me. And I'm not picking against the Bears because I would never do that to my friends who are going to the game. Give me the Bears -3. Makes no sense. Give it to me.
He's not fucking leaving.
All right, we're unanimous on the first two games. NFC North matchup next. Minnesota at Green Bay -2.5.
Ooh, spice.
This line doesn't make sense to me. I mean, Minnesota has proved that they are a good team.
What is going
on? But Matt LaFleur has these Packers, Malik Willis is 2-0 and Jordan Love's 0-1. So
is Love coming back? Odds?
Love is like a 70% chance to play.
Yo. Yeah, I've got him actually. He's projected to score like 16 points. He's on my fantasy team.
I've picked Minnesota the last 2 weeks against San Francisco and Houston. I'm going to continue that trend. That's paid off for me. I like Darnold. I like how he's playing, and the defense has been great. So Minnesota.
It's going to happen again. Who's going to pick against Minnesota on this line? This is insane. This makes no sense. I'll do it. Give me Green Bay. Screw it. It's just a game.
Green Bay doesn't lose at home. In my opinion. They don't have.
Tom's going to take the other side.
Minnesota doesn't have, or Green Bay doesn't have Minnesota's number like they do the Bears. But I think Green Bay's cooking a little bit, and I think they're going to win this game
by 3 or more.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Jesse, you were on Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Minnesota 3-0 against the spread so far this year. Against, I guarantee you, there's not a person on the face of the planet that would have seen this schedule at the beginning of the year and said, "Give me Minnesota to start 3-0 against the spread with Giants game." Yeah, okay, maybe you could pick that one. Then you go to San Francisco, and then Houston. For them to be 3-0 against the spread right now, I'm going to ride the hot hand. I think this could be a very competitive game and entertaining game to watch. I won't be watching it because I'll be watching a real game in Chicago at the same exact time, and I'll be enjoying that. But this one could be a fun one to go back and watch the highlights on. I think it could be competitive. I think both teams are playing well right now, but I'm going to take Minnesota to continue to surprise people and kind of pulling for Sam Darnold.
We're split on that one. Pittsburgh at the Colts +1.5.
Just of note here, looking at the PFF best bets, it's all Green Bay wide receivers and then Jordan Love unders. Those are all like the PFF like extra edge. You get a little extra juice on these bets. So wanted to change it there, but I'm going to ride.
That is just such a big brain way of being like, these are the locks. It's like, take the under on the quarterback, but the over on all the wide receivers. It's like, how the fuck does that make sense? I don't know.
A few holes last weekend.
Sorry, go ahead. What was the next one? Pittsburgh at
It's-
Indy.
Yep.
Indy
Plus
is
1.5.
home dog.
Yikes.
Home dog.
Home dog.
Home dog?
I think something subconsciously was preventing me from wanting to pick. I'm going back and looking at my picks for the last couple of weeks. Wanting to pick Pittsburgh with Fields starting. Yeah, I went Chargers last week. That fucked me. Week before, Pittsburgh is against Atlanta. They covered there. And then I guess
Denver was week 2. Atlanta was week 1.
I think Denver is also, or I'm sorry, I think the Steelers are also 3-0 against the spread so far this year. And I think, again, something with Justin starting was like not wanting me to see him do well. That was probably unfair of me, and I was just trying to be vindictive. But I've always liked Tomlin. I don't really have much of a gripe with Justin. We fucked him as a franchise and put him in a terrible position to succeed. I have no reason to hold that against him. So I like Pittsburgh here. I'm kind of surprised this line's not a little bit bigger with how inconsistent Anthony Richardson has been for Indy so far. Their defense is dinged up. Jonathan Taylor did look good. He looked like he had some juice last week in that game. But I'm going to take Pittsburgh 1.5.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Anthony Richards he's a fool, man. He's running around out there throwing interceptions and shit. Like, he does not look good.
The Advil is winning right now.
Talk to me, Tom. Give me more.
Pitt.
All right.
Or go.
Yeah, I did not like that engine revving thing on third down, mostly because we were 3rd and 6+, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 every time I heard it. So I was mad already. Just heard that stupid ass engine rev. So Lucas Oil Stadium, 2 thumbs down.
Yeah, it was great. The atmosphere did not seem great in Lucas Oil. I thought it would have been cooler.
Yeah, they were really trying to gas it up, and it was just a lot of effort and, not a lot of reciprocation from the crowd.
A lot of Bears fans at that game. They were trying to kind
True. They did mention that a few times. That's a good
drown
point.
out the Bears cheering, maybe.
Yeah.
Steelers 3-0 against the spread. Colts 2-1 against the spread. One of those was the Bears just absolutely giving it to them. I want to go against the grain here. I hate picking unanimous, but want to see my guy Justin Fields succeed. So give me Steelers on the road. It's not too far to travel.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, you were trying to find a reason to zig instead of zag here, and it's just not there. I don't think Indy has shown it yet.
The only way Indy wins is if they can successfully run the ball and Anthony Richardson doesn't turn the ball over. And this Pittsburgh defense is formidable. I just don't see that happening. So yeah, I'm gonna be with Pitt as well.
Let's just see real quick where Pittsburgh's run defense is.
I mean, I will tell you
they are currently 4th in run
and
defensive grade.
the Colts do have a good offensive line, but
They do, yeah.
TJ Watt.
I just don't see it. Denver at the Jets -7.5.
Aaron Rodgers
Oof.
looked
7.5.
good last week. Was slanging that thing, looking this way and throwing it that way. And as much as I hate the guy, I think I don't hate him. As much as I just don't like him that he was a Green Bay Packer in some of his views. I think that he's moving around, dude. He's throwing it to Wilson for his full potential. Their running back is so good, and I think they're gonna win. They're gonna win.
Are they going to win by 8 or more?
They covered the spread last week. I'm going to roll with them.
Okay.
I'm going to slide in here and go early because my pick is going to be the same as everybody else's, as it always is. Jets have the number 1 overall defense. Bo Nix is a rookie quarterback. They are going to absolutely dial him up all day. There's no way that he goes under his over-under for receptions, which will be 1.5 probably. Yeah, Jets are going to absolutely kill them by probably 20. 5.
Denver, they figured something out last week in Tampa Bay. And it may be that Tampa isn't quite as good of a team as they showed the first 2 weeks. Detroit probably should have won that game that they played against them.
Oh.
But 7.5. I'll take Denver. I think Sean Payton, helps Bo Nix not put himself in a position where he's going to turn the ball over, and that helps them stay in this game to the end. So yeah, I'll take Denver.
PFF might be a joke here. They've got great value on Bo Nix under for interceptions, which is under 0.5 at plus 127. If you take that bet, you are a clown.
That kind of goes along with what I just said. So,
I think I'm going to go with Jesse here. It's just maybe a couple too many points for me. Obviously, last week was good for Denver, and I would tend to agree with Jesse at what he had hinted at with Tampa Bay maybe not being all that they had appeared to be in those first couple of weeks. But I do think that Denver's I really like Pat Surtain. And I think whoever he's matched up against, that's pretty much a no-go. And I'd assume he's going to be seeing a little bit of Garrett Wilson, maybe a little bit of Alan Lazard. Aaron Rodgers just keeps him in his back pocket. Like he's just there wherever he's at. So, but I do like Surtain, and I think he's probably top 5 corner in the league, maybe top 3. And I think that they have the ability, if Sean Payton kind of wants to keep it close, I think they have the ability to do so. So I'm going to go with Denver here as well.
Cincy at Carolina +4. Carolina coming off a great game, road win in Las Vegas. Cincinnati 0-3. I think Cincinnati's in desperation mode. This one's basically this could have far-reaching implications for them once they get towards the end of the season. They can't lose to Carolina. And I don't think it's close. I think they'll probably blow them out. So I'm gonna take Cincy here.
Morris, you're deep in thought.
Yeah, I've been obviously cruising PFF as these games come up just to try to have some additional insights in terms of stats for people because want to provide that value where we can. I don't understand the +4. I mean.
Think it should be bigger?
That was my initial thought.
Yeah, I think it should be. I mean, since he's on the road, right? But it is Carolina still.
But since he's 0-3, they couldn't stop Washington's offense.
Washington's offense is good. Brian Robinson Jr.
I mean, yeah, that's fair to say.
Are you trying to trade him, or are you trying to trade him away right now? I can't remember from that preview earlier.
Yeah, I'll take him off your hands, man.
Oh, Wargo, you have him currently, so you're trying to kind of bump up the value for Brian Robinson.
I have him for a reason.
Yeah, but you were trying to trade him, right?
I was considering
or
it.
that was.
I also just
What
as a
makes you that big?
sidebar,
I don't know who proposed the trade. I know
I
just
did.
saw
I
him
want
in
another
the
running
trade.
back.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
But Wargo wanted a running back, and I need.
I mean
more
that trade.
I
Trade. I thought that was a pretty even trade in terms
It
of
is.
fantasy trades. The
You
trades
came
that
up with
Bryce
that,
and
guys.
Jesse were sharing later on, those made a little less sense to me.
Agreed.
Think about it. Take a second. Think.
Thank you, Tom. Took me back to the Pierce dance days.
Hey, if any of you guys want Chuba Hubbard,
Nobody wants Chuba Hubbard.
I'll make my pick here.
Like
Give
25
me
points.
the. Oh man. Give me
He's
the
got the
Bengals.
brain pain.
Bengals.
Yeah, it's like brain freeze.
You said Bengals?
Yeah.
Battle
Bengals.
of the big cats.
Ooh.
It is a kitty cat fight. Cat fight.
You like orange more or blue? That's my thing.
Calico?
I did not. Did you want to go, Tom?
No, you go.
What I was going to say is I did not see that game the other night going the way that it did between Washington and Cincinnati. I thought with the way Cincinnati competed against the Chiefs and kind of lost right at the end of that game, but had the opportunity to win it, I felt like that was enough to get their asses in gear. And it was like, okay, we just competed with the team that we know we can compete with. Now it's time to get back to business and win these winnable games coming up against Washington, against Carolina. And obviously that didn't go according to plan. Now, still early days, right? Like we can apply the same logic we had used in the last pick with Tampa Bay. Like it's early days. We don't really know teams' true colors yet. We don't know who's real and who's kind of, putting up a facade. And it's like, you're still trying to kind of work your way through that. For me, this is just about trying to time when Cincinnati is going to put their foot on the accelerator, because I think it is going to happen. I think they have the pieces on offense. I think with Moss and Chase Brown, the running game is good enough. And then those wide receivers, Jamar Chase, I think that you could see Higgins getting traded at some point during the course of this year because this Yoshivas guy, who's like Jason Momoa light, basically. They showed him, born in Japan, moved to Hawaii. He's like,
half
just looks
Romanian,
like
half Filipino.
Yeah, it just, beautiful man. He's good. Big
You picked
body.
him up on your fantasy team.
I did pick him up. I liked what I saw of him.
I always laugh at those fantasy waiver wire pickups. You guys are never going to play those guys.
He's the new Tyler Boyd.
Dude, think about
If they trade T. Higgins to somebody who needs a receiver, watch out for that.
You're reaching.
Admittedly reaching a bit. Andy Dalton revenge game. Keep that in mind. Okay. Gotta watch out
That's
for
any
this.
team that he
Andy
played.
Dalton is looking, this is his twilight of his career, right? The sun is setting. This is the team that he, made a reputation for himself with. And now he's getting this opportunity with Carolina to kind of right the ship. I think Andy gives us a gritty performance, keeps it close, but I do think the Bengals get a win here and get in the win column.
The Red Rocket.
I'll take Carolina +4.
Wow. Okay.
Is it the Red Rocket? Is that what he's called?
Red Rifle.
Red Rifle. Yeah, they can't say Red Rocket. That's unacceptable.
Since he wins, Carolina covers. Battle of the Big Cats.
Oh, so you got Carolina.
Carolina to cover.
All right. So if you didn't go Carolina there, I think I would have. But, Andy Dalton's going to be hyper-focused.
That's a bad way to make picks, Tom.
He's going to come ready to play. But the whole time we were speaking here, I was going Bengals because I think Joe Burrow in that offense is playing well. The defense is a problem. They can't stop anybody. And it's been a shootout almost at I don't know what week one, but Kansas City, 25-26. Last week, 34 or 38, whatever it's too many points for the defense to be giving up. So I think Joe Burrow in that offense is playing well enough to beat Carolina. So
by 5 or more.
yeah, if Adam Thielen playing? Because probably not.
Side note for Cynthia, real quick. Cam Taylor-Britt needs to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up until you win a game, dude. Like, just
He did
stop.
kind of eat shit after the game.
Just stop. Like, I mean, all you have to do is just stop, and he can't do it.
I don't think we'll hear anything more out of him until they do start winning. Jacksonville at Houston minus 6.5.
Wait, so what were Tom and Jesse's picks on that one?
We're both on Cincy. You're the only person on Carolina there.
Not a terrible pick.
For this game, I am going to take Jacksonville. Divisional matchup. They're coming off a terrible week. Another team that needs a win. I don't think Trevor Lawrence has gotten a win since Thanksgiving of last year.
Just sucks.
Yeah, they got something to prove, but with this being a divisional game, I think it'll be close. These divisional games in this division, I can't remember which one it is. AFC South.
Yep.
Yeah. They always play close. Think Houston, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Houston. Who's the last team in there?
Tennessee.
Carolina. Huh?
Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah. So I think these it's a little the spread's a little too big for me. I'm going to take Jacks.
What's the spread? Sorry.
6.5.
I'm going to take them for the same reason. Spread's a little large. Houston seems like they might be in a little bit of a funk. I do think there's a chance if we still don't know if Mixon is back 100% yet, right?
It looks like he's not playing. He's out again today. But
that could be like if I knew for sure that Mixon was playing at this point, I would probably take Houston. And I think the line might be a little bit bigger, so that might deter me from taking Houston. But I think Jacksonville is talk about hot seats, right? Peterson, Lawrence, they've got to be feeling it. That roster on paper, like I don't hate it. Like I don't hate ETN. Obviously Ingram's been out. But I don't, hate Gabe Davis, Christian Kirk, this Brian Thomas kid out of LSU. They've got some pieces there. So I think they can make this competitive in an attempt to kind of salvage their season early on. So I'll take Jacksonville as well with Jesse.
I was thinking Jacksonville also, which I don't love this pick. I don't. But Texans, when they're playing a team that we think they're better than this year so far, like the Bears and the Colts, pretty sure it was close games in both of those. Like they got outplayed by a Vikings team that's good. So I think they just kind of keep these teams that are not as good as them, but I don't know. That's just my theory right now. I think I'm leaning towards Jacksonville, so I'm just going to pick it. Gut check.
Wargo's going Houston here.
Oh yeah.
I'll take the over. Would you guys take Jacksonville money line plus 237?
I like that value, but it's in Houston. I probably wouldn't do that.
So Houston is 0-3 against the spread. Jaguars are 1-2 against the spread. They are 0-3 for their season.
I'm switching. I'm going Houston, dude. Screw Jacksonville. I've watched them play, and they suck, dude. God.
Same. What he said.
Honestly, that's like the best logic you can use for this. The Jacksonville sucks.
Yeah. They're not playing.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. I'm not switching.
No, actually,
but
same.
You're not wrong, Tom. Yeah. They do suck, but something tells me that this is good. I don't think they'll win, but I think they can keep it close with this thing.
Ain't no way.
You gotta keep the spread in the back of your mind. That's the fun of this game.
All right. We got
Not only is it the fun of this game, it's the entire point of it.
Which is that's like fun, yeah.
all right. We got Philly at Tampa Bay +2.
Two teams that are trying to, I don't know. Like Tampa Bay, it was like they pulled back the curtains. Obviously, we talked about it a couple times over the last few picks. It seemed like maybe the curtains got pulled back a little bit with Tampa Bay. It's like, oh, is this team as, dangerous as we thought they were? We know Baker, he wakes up feeling dangerous. But Philly, I think I'm kind of blinded by the names on that roster. I think AJ Brown is still going to be out this week. At least I was not seeing a projection for him.
And Devontae Smith, possibly.
Devontae Smith out as well.
Yep.
Whew.
He got rocked.
Yeah, I'm still seeing AJ listed as questionable for this
Lane
week.
Johnson is out.
Wow.
Questionable.
It says he's been ruled out. Oh wait, that was prior to the Saints game. Sorry.
Yeah. Check yourself.
Old news, dude.
Mike Evans, questionable. Luke's favorite receiver.
He's always questionable.
I had to scroll on the Bucks injury report. There's so many guys on there.
Eagles is pretty slim, actually, looking at it. I don't see Smith on there either.
He's on there.
Well,
Injuries on both sides.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go Philly here.
I too am going to go Philly.
Whoa.
I think, Vita Vea is questionable. He's a large man, and if he's not playing,
That's a boulder.
Saquon's going to have
He's
a day.
a boulder.
Even if AJ and Devontae Smith are both out. Man, yeah.
I love Vita Vea.
Wicked likes that underdog, dog. He likes that underdog in him. And
you know what? I'm gonna take Tampa Bay. I lied.
And yeah, so and it's at home. I don't know. I don't like the Eagles head coach, Calipari. Wait, what's his name?
Advil.
No, that's Kentucky coach.
You're close, Tom. It's calamari.
I don't like that. I don't like that dude. I don't know how he manages the game. I don't know how he looks on the screen, how he's mean mugging, and just I don't love him. He seems like a douche.
So Tampa Bay.
That's a great point.
Yeah. What is his name?
Nick Sirianni.
Thank you.
Luke, did you say Philly?
It was right there.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Philly. I hate to see Sirianni win. I completely agree with everything Tom just said about him.
Okay.
But
I think we may have talked about them last week, to be honest. Yeah. And I saw him when they were playing this week, and I was like, "Yeah, I hate this guy."
Yeah,
they've
got some hateable guys. I kind of went on a tangent about CJ Gardner-Johnson last week, but I'm just gonna keep it on the rails this week. Wargo, what do you think?
I think it might be a Tampa Bay fall apart game.
Wargo's with me.
It has the potential to look that way.
Yeah. Tampa Bay could be a streaky team. They could be, they could look really good a few weeks, and then you just can't make heads or tails of it.
And Sirianni's little dick ass is going to want to make a point out of this game.
All right, Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'll take Philly.
Also, there's a hurricane, big Cat 4 coming. I think it's going to be up and out of there by the time Sunday comes around. I think it's going to be. But I didn't see any games too impacted by it. Maybe the Giants game. They got some storms. I don't think it's related to the hurricane, but bad storm. Shout out to Florida because that's going to be a blockbuster of a hurricane. Let me just tell you right now. No
Shout
one
out
knows
Florida. Cat 4? Cat 3? What are we
Cat
talking
4,
about?
but the size of it.
Sheesh.
It's gonna move all the way up into almost Atlanta with tropical
Big old-
storm winds.
Big old
Wow.
girthy bastard.
Yeah,
Oddly enough,
big.
that's where we're kicking it to for this next game, it looks like.
Yeah.
New Orleans at Atlanta -2.5.
Just a smooth transition, Tom, so I had to take it.
I'm gonna go with the Saints. They're gonna bounce back this week.
I'll take
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't think the Saints bounce back this week. Atlanta
Kurt
has a very stout defense, and I think they're going to shut them down. Derek Carr is going to be crying. His eyeliner is going to be running all over the place, Tom.
Like I said the other day, I don't know if my team won or not, but the hurricane's going to be affecting Atlanta families. Their power could be out, a couple days. It could affect the overall life of Atlanta players, whereas, the other way around, Saints players are just coming in there.
New Orleans Saints.
Think about it.
I'm not asking this to be facetious, Tom. Will New Orleans be experiencing any of that same side effects as Atlanta, or are they out of the
No,
league?
they're on the good side of the storm, and
Okay.
it's too far away. All of Florida is in a tropical storm warning, hurricane warning, all the way up into Macon.
So New Orleans is having fortune favorite.
I'm just saying, there's a
Matt Damon's in town.
widespread
Fortune favors the bold.
power outages all the way up almost to Atlanta. Any of those
Matt
motherfuckers living up there? Not gonna have power.
I think this would be a good game. I think that these two are both kind of viewing themselves as like clear favorites to win this division, despite Tampa Bay being at 2-1. I think these two teams see themselves as maybe a step above Tampa Bay. I really like Bijan. Shout out Ennis. Man, he was stepping up, and some of the blocks that he made in the pass game last week with Nick Bolton just coming like a bullet train on these blitzes, and Bijan was stepping to his ass and just shutting that shit down. And it was getting me fired up, and I'm fired up right now about it. Kirk, respect the hell out of him. I'm going to give Atlanta the edge here at home. I'll take Atlanta -2.5.
New England at the 1-2 49ers -10.5 points.
Too big. It's freaking wild.
Tom's on New England.
I'm not letting the spread here scare me away. I think San Francisco is going to be pissed off after losing that game to the Rams. Sean McVay sunned Kyle Shanahan after the game, gave him the old pat on the head. Nice try, little buddy. Go. We'll see you next time. This is going to be a massacre, in my opinion. I think this could be. It could get out of hand quick. So I'm taking San Francisco 10.5.
I'm with Luke on all those points, and I need to grab my laptop charger from downstairs. But yeah, I think New England's luck runs out here. The brisket, everybody loves the brisket. Respect the brisket. But yeah, Vegas doesn't hand out these big ass lines for no reason. 10.5, that is substantial. I'm a sucker for these big lines. I think everybody who has watched multiple episodes of this show knows that I just take the bait every time. If it's a big, ridiculous line like that, they're setting it for a reason. So give me San Francisco.
I too am on San Fran. and I have a crying baby upstairs. So I'm gonna run through my picks really quick, and then I'm gonna hop off, and you guys can finish it up. Yeah. So
Tom, are you on San Fran for that?
No.
You're on New England. Okay, Jesse, what do you got? I'll jot you down.
Yeah. So give me Arizona. Give me. Oh man, that's tough.
The Gabagool.
Give me the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Cleveland. Give me Buffalo. I'll take Miami, and I will take Detroit.
All right,
Best of luck on your picks.
Peace out, homie.
Later.
All right. See you, boys.
So I will take over the picks in Jesse's absence. We are moving to Washington at Arizona. Arizona's favored -3.5 here. Orgo, I don't know if you caught it while you were fetching the Charger. Jesse is on Arizona -3.5 here.
Does he have his in the doc?
I've got them all written down. We can add them to the doc.
I would never make picks based on that. I just want to know what his sucker ass is on. I don't know. This is actually a very good line. I guess that's why none of us picked it for Tom. For Tom's gyms, I feel like this just makes sense here. I'm probably not going to bet on this in real life because it's such a good line. I don't know. I'll ride the Jaden Daniels train. Give me Washington. Sure. Brian.
I'm hopping off. Beep, beep. I'm going Cardinals.
Whatever, you're bogus.
Vegas doesn't foresee a lot of defense in this game. I think this is the highest point total of the week, over/under wise. I think it's currently set at 50. Could be a very exciting game to watch if you're looking for something to key in on the afternoon games. This could be an exciting one to watch. Really was impressed by Jaden Daniels the other night against Cincinnati, and an experienced defensive coordinator for Cincy and Lou Anarumo. Arizona's been equally as exciting on offense. I'll go with Arizona here to squeak it out at home with this spread. Just feel like they've got it in them.
Okay.
Wargo thought I was going to join him on the Washington. It was tempting. I think it'd be a close game.
Jr.
Next game, we have KC division game against the Chargers in LA. KC's favored by 7.5.
Yeah, I think Kansas City here. Herbert's probably not going to play. Love what they're doing in LA, but it's gonna be too much.
That's a crazy line. I mean, we're talking about crazy lines.
You're always with the crazy line.
Yeah, but that's a team playing at home. That's a dog fighting at home. It's a poor dog that's got to fight in his own backyard. That is just disrespectful.
You were so confident in the -10 pick, though.
Yeah, but that was San Fran at home.
Okay.
That's different.
Your logic does not.
New England traveling to San Francisco.
Kansas City.
Correct.
Traveling to LA.
So San Francisco's favored at home. LA is largely not favored at home. It's a poor dog that's got to fight in his own
New
backyard.
England loves going to LA. It's nice there.
It's nice in New England right now.
We're not talking about the 49ers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about the quarterback either, but that's a great point, Tom. We're not talking about the quarterback here. And if we were talking about the
I
quarterback,
said
I would
49ers.
Mahomes against the backup all day.
I didn't
And,
say quarterback at all. I
backup?
didn't say
Who's the backup in LA?
Easton Stick,
Yikes.
and Taylor Heineke, I think, is the other
Ooh.
one.
I think they're playing
Ooh.
Heineke.
I saw.
She loves me.
She's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that was a shut the fuck up door.
No, her sister talked to Taylor Heineke on the down low. I know a lot of people are watching this, so this is breaking news. But yeah, we're gonna fade that fool. He sucks. Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, you guys are on KC. Jesse's on the Chargers here. This is we're kind of hamstringing ourselves making these picks on Wednesday, but we got to get the picks out prior to the game starting on Thursday. I'd really like to know where Justin Herbert's going to be a little bit closer to game time on this one. I think Harbaugh is the type of coach that, like, coming from Michigan, he's just gone through this Ohio State, Michigan shit, and it's just like he really understands the gravity of like competing against your division opponents, right? So I'm just gonna say Justin Herbert's gonna tough it out. He's gonna feel good. They're gonna give him his shots on Sunday, and the Chargers are gonna keep it close here against KC. Assuming Justin Herbert's going to play. If he doesn't, then I'll just be shooting myself in the foot here, but it is what it is. Jesse and I are on Chargers, Tom Wargo on KC. Next game, last game of the afternoon is Cleveland at Las Vegas. Vegas is favored by 2. Definitely not excited to watch this game. Won't be watching this game and could care less about what happens. It's hard to predict what's going to happen here. There's been a lot of inconsistency for both these teams to start the year. I'll give the Raiders the edge at home. I'll take them -2.
Really?
Yeah. I love Gardner Minshew. I'm riding with my boy.
I mean, I'll go the other way. I think Gardner Minshew is going to get absolutely chewed up by the Browns defense. I would like to see him succeed, but he's kind of a goofball, and I respect him and love him for that. But just don't see the puck falling his way come Sunday. Yeah, he's going to get absolutely exposed. Browns +2 on the road. I don't know. I'm on the road. Dogs, kind of, sort of, except for, I don't know.
Who's Jesse got?
Jesse is on Cleveland here with Wargo.
Believeland.
Well, Cleveland lost to the Giants, which they're looking better. So
Their offense is ranked 30th PFF.
Well, Neighbors looked good. Daniel Jones is playing not turnover football.
Daniel Jones?
Raiders. I'm going to go Raiders.
Did you say Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
You're going Raiders, Tom?
Yeah.
Just a side note on Browns, it does look like Myles Garrett. I don't think Myles Garrett is going to play in this game. He's dealing with injuries in both feet, is what I'm reading here. That's obviously a big blow for Cleveland's defense. It's still a good defense, even without Garrett.
Crosby will play. He's not been great this year. Overall grade 74.6.
It's not terrible. Next game is Sunday night. Should be a big one. Buffalo at Baltimore.
Oh, wait. We need to be filling these in on the document. Woo.
That's a good game.
I've got them all written down.
Okay.
After the fact.
Buffalo
at Baltimore. Baltimore's favored -2.5 here. Here's the board for anybody wondering.
Nice.
Tom, were you on Las Vegas?
Yeah,
Tom, yes, he's with me.
that's gonna be a good game. The way that Baltimore ran the ball against the Cowboys last week, that was pretty awesome to see. But the Bills, dude, they hype me up every year, and then they just lose in the playoffs. But their regular season, they play well. I don't know why I like the Ravens here. I don't know. This is a gut check. I think this could go either way. But I'm going to go Ravens.
I think I'm going to go with Tom. I really like the Bills, the way they've played thus far. But Baltimore needs to continue to win some games here. And being at home, I like them to cover. Let's go with Baltimore, 2.5.
Yeah.
Wargs?
Yeah, I'll be on Buffalo here. I was really impressed. I'm just, seeing stars with Josh Allen. He's so dreamy. He was on the sidelines. Mitch Trubisky was in. Another quarterback that the Bears just absolutely ruined. Actually, the Bears organization was brought up inadvertently when Mitch Trubisky was on the field. They were just talking about how quarterbacks get absolutely fucked by organizations. And then the other commentator, I forget who was calling that game, but the other commentator came in and said, speaking of the Bears, and like nobody had said the Bears up until that point. It was just very, very obvious.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, I mean, again, just dreamy Josh Allen on the sidelines.
Who's Jets got?
Jesse is on Buffalo.
Okay.
And Tom, you were?
I'm Baltimore.
Nice. Do you guys know if the 2 games on Monday night is just going to be a thing moving forward?
I don't know.
We got 2 more Monday night games this week, which I wasn't aware of. Maybe call me a bad fan. But yeah,
I'd rather have one on Friday.
I don't hate it. It's like kind of like, okay, this game's shit. I'm gonna put on the other game. And they stagger them a little bit, so you you can. About the time halftime's coming up on the first game, the second game's maybe start in the second quarter.
It's beautiful, really.
First game sucks this week. Tennessee at Miami. Miami's favored by 1 here. God, this I might just not watch. I might just wait for the Seattle-Detroit game to come on.
I just keep going back to the Miami quarterback rolling out at half. Like I think it was before half or a quarter was ending, and he just by the sideline. You'd be like throw, and then he gets just clobbered. That's
sacked, fumbles. Just like you just had every chance to just get rid of it, and you just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so I think that's the type of game that Miami's going to have. I'd like to say that that offense will get going a little better. Or did they get? I think they signed a quarterback. Huntley? Is that real? But I doubt he'll play this week. Pretty sure they signed a quarterback pending, but I still don't like him in this game. I think Tennessee will come out playing like they've done all year. I know I've said they're bad, but their defense is okay. Will Levis just loses them the game every time. So I'll go Titans.
That segues nicely into my pick. Will Levis revenge game. I think that the Titans are going to show up, and they've been putting a good product on the field thus far. So I'll take them. Sure.
Titans. I kind of felt the same way.
They're going to Miami.
Yeah.
Miami. They're both 0-3 against the spread.
Yeah. Somebody's got. I mean, it could be a push, but unlikely. Tom, who were you on?
Titans. I think that was fake news. What I watched. Huntley's not going.
I'm going to switch to Miami. Sorry, Luke.
Okay. I'm going Titans. What I was going to say about Titans defense is I was kind of under the impression like Titans defense has been pretty decent. despite their offense kind of screwing them. According to PFS statistics, Titans defense is not good, but I'm going to choose to ignore that. I'm going to go with the Titans here. I think.
Whose
Yeah,
defense is worse? Miami.
Yeah, I test.
it's hard to be worse, but they are somehow. I don't know. Something's telling me to go Titans here. I don't know why. Both teams are bad. I don't want to pick Miami for some reason, so I'm going Titans. Final game of the week. The better of the two Monday Night Football games is Seattle at Detroit. Detroit is favored 3.5. Jesse is on the Lions here. Anybody want to start?
I agree with Jesse here. I think the Lions will come out playing, healthy, home.
Mm-hmm.
I think see, I don't know. I'm not all bought in on Seattle yet. I don't know why.
Seattle's had a favorable matchup to start the year. Denver, New England, Miami. Obviously playing Miami last week without Tua. 3-0 to start the year, which is what they should be, playing those three teams. And I like Seattle's defense, but this is going to be the first really like high octane offense that they're going to be facing. And I think Detroit at home, Dan Campbell coming off this shit about having to move houses because one of his children's high school classmates Snapchatted. They basically doxed his ass. He's going to be in a bad mood. They had to move.
It's tough.
Give me Detroit here to
Annihilate.
To not annihilate. I still like Seattle, especially their defense. But I don't think they're quite ready for a team like Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been riding Seattle a little bit. I think I took them 12th man. 12th man does not travel,
No.
unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's a get-right game for the Lions here. I can see them playing pretty well against Seattle. Kenneth Walker is questionable still. He's on my fantasy team, so he probably won't go, and I'll be screwed because it's a Monday night game.
It's tough.
Give me the Lions. Yeah.
We're all on the Lions.
Yeah. It's a good way to end it.
Unanimous.
Final note. Let's throw out some locks real quick. We'll get Jesse's lock and report that next week.
Nice.
What are you guys thinking in terms of locks for this week?
God, I'm doing bad on these.
I know, same. I'm just going to throw a dart at the board here. It's got to be H-Town. Houston against Jacksonville. I'll throw the asterisk on there.
I'm going to go blue.
Wait, what was Jesse's?
Jesse didn't pick one, so we'll just have to get his after.
Loser.
Tom, you got one? I got mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going San Fran. I'm going to take this big old hairy bastard.
10.5.
I like San Francisco to be in a really, really bad mood here, and take care of business.
So I'm either thinking Steelers, Colts, or the Commanders and the Cardinals. And I think I want to go Commanders, Cardinals. What's the line on that one?
3.5.
Yeah. Yep.
Tom is on the Cardinals.
All right. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is picks for this week. Obviously, we will be back next week to
Wednesday Central Time. Wait.
Yes, do a little Bears recap and pass out some more picks for week 5. In the meantime, like and subscribe.
And bear down.
Bear down.